Just back from going to go see Ready Player One, and I figured it might be a good time to give you guys some thoughts if you guys are still hesitant about seeing it. So, a little background. Ready Player One follows the story of Wade Watts as he is in this post-apocalyptic world. It's kind of post-apocalyptic. It's basically past the point where everyone has just stopped trying to make things better and will keep trying to just live. So the real world is just a complete crap fest, and everyone escapes to the virtual reality world, which is known as the Oasis. Sound familiar? Anyway, it's the main goal is to win a giant Easter egg hunt, essentially, which is the creator Halliday has programmed into the game. However, it's gone over multiple years, and nobody has found it yet. Nobody. So we start off right after the main character, Wade, also known as Percival, figures out the first hint in order to complete and find the first key, which essentially spawns off the events of the story. I didn't think I didn't think Steven Spielberg would be right for the role to direct. I mean, personally, he did fantastic, so I can't complain. But just initially when I was hearing him about it, I'm just like, it's essentially a homage to a lot of his work. It's like, I don't know, that might just seem too weird for him, essentially to redo, plenty of everything else. And they did take out a lot of the 70s and 80s references. There were still plenty in there. Believe me, the soundtrack, fantastic. Spielberg immediately won me over when they started playing Blue Monday in the dance club. I mean, come on, that's just perfect. And they also really tried to appeal to more of the newer gamers and newer fan base. And since they had a lot of licensing issues regarding the games, you could see there's Halo was added, Destiny was added, Overwatch, popular games like those, where they didn't even exist when Ernest Cline wrote the original book. I mean, it's not an old book. It was about 2011, 2012, 13, something like that. So it's not a surprise. I mean, also I was thrilled when they showed up a Space Marine right at the very beginning. I'm like, yes, StarCraft for the win. Anyway, the entire cast did. The acting was, not great. It wasn't bad. Like they did. There we go. They did everything that they could with what the characters were. A lot of the additional characters didn't receive. A lot of the supporting characters didn't receive the proper arcs or proper development, but it didn't really sit away from the film at all. Like the film it was a perfect formulaic Spielberg blockbuster. That's what it was. So as far as an adaptation is concerned, I think that they did a fantastic job. Like, especially if it was being PG-13. If it was rated R, could have explored a little bit more of the adult themes in the book. But, you can't necessarily complain. Speaking of complaining, I do have one major gripe. My biggest gripe is they essentially eliminated a third of the challenges. In the book, once you're able to obtain the key, you have to go find the gate. It's not just there next to it. You have to go find it. And once you get through the gate, you have to actually complete another set of challenges in order to get the clue for the next one. So I understand why they cut it out. It was obviously for time. Plus, it could drag on forever if they did it that way. But shut up. But if that's what they're gonna, those are some of the best challenges by far in the book. Especially as well, I was For those who haven't seen it, there was a character that I was a little peeved as I was going through into the third act that they hadn't really touched on per se, because he plays a decent, a decent chunk in the main story at the very end, and he was eventually revealed, so that helped out a lot. But he wasn't nearly I guess you could say, as important as he was in the book, and they kind of turned and eliminated one of his challenges into something completely different that worked for the film story. I mean, obviously they have to do that. That's what adaptations do. But at the same time, it was a little disappointing. Anyway, I would give Ready Player One. Whoops. Oh, I'm gone. Oh, there we go. I would give Ready Player One a nice solid 8.5. 8.5 out of 10. I think that's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth the 84% it was on Rotten Tomatoes. I agree. Anyway, I hope you guys like this quick little film review. Hope you guys will come back and check out some more. Let me know if you guys like it in the comments. Leave a like, comment, blah, blah, blah. Stereotypical YouTuber bullshit. Gotta work the hustle. Hit subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload new videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao. Bye.